The great part about baseball is that there is always tomorrow. And tomorrow is here. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. I am your host, Booney. One name, all passion. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen of the day. I'm from the Bay Area, and I've been a diehard A's fan since 1981. This isn't just another A's podcast. This is the most informative and insightful show on the A's, period. We cover the A's every single day, breaking down games, delivering the latest team news, and giving you deep, thoughtful analysis you will not find anywhere else. If it's happening in Sacramento or in Las Vegas, we got you covered. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts, including YouTube. And please hit that subscribe button wherever you are following the show. Okay, guys, it's baseball. You got to forget things fast, right? We go up against Seattle in game 2 today. Talked about it a little bit yesterday. Our whole goal of this series is to split. Got to go 2-2. 2-2, we consider a win. Got to get 2 games. We get 2 games, all is good. Here's something that's interesting about today. The betting line opened up at the Mariners minus 165 and the Athletics at plus 150, right? Now, the line is currently Mariners minus 135, Athletics plus 115. So since the line has opened, the A's are getting a lot of action on them. A lot of people are betting on the A's. What that means, I have zero clue. Okay, we'll see what that means. If you want to take the Mariners minus the run line, you are looking at the Mariners the Mariners are plus 155 plus the run and a half. The A's plus a run and a half, you got to lay 190 to win 100. So the A's are big favorites plus a run and a half. Over 7.5 runs is plus 115. Under 7.5 runs is minus 135. Lineup for the A's. We tried a little bit yesterday to predict the lineup. I got one thing right, and I got the other thing miserably wrong, okay? Lawrence Butler is going to lead off playing right field. Brett Rooker, DH, who had a rough night yesterday, 0 for 4, 4 Ks. Lawrence Butler, 0 for 3 with a walk. JJ Bleday, 0 for 4. He's batting third. Shea Langoliers batting fourth, went 0 for 3, 2 Ks. I did say Tyler Soderstrom was going to move up to the number 5 spot, and that's happening. He is batting fifth, playing first base. Obviously, we know what kind of a night Soderstrom had yesterday, 2 for 3, 2 bombs, 2 RBIs, 2 runs, the whole 9. Seth Brown, I said he would be playing in front of Andahar tonight, and he is. He's playing in left field. Should be interesting how he plays defensively. He had a rough spring, man. He went 7 of 44, 2 doubles, a triple. He struck out 14 times. He hit 159. Not the best of springs for Seth Brown. Also, you got to remember, Seth Brown did have a slow start last year. He got set down, and when he came back up in the second half, was absolutely on fire. Gio Urshela, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if Urshela was going to start or not. I actually said he would. He's batting 7th, same as yesterday, 0 for 3 and a K. Here's where I'm surprised. Here's what surprises me. Max Muncy, Kotsay going right back with Muncy, right? Muncy had a rough day yesterday, 0 for 3, 2 Ks, and Kotsay is going right back with the rookie. I like it in the sense of like, hey, your rookie had a bad day, a bad night. Let's go right back to him. Let's show him that you have some confidence in him. But you got a veteran right there in Urias sitting there. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. With that being said, Urias hasn't had the best of success against Luis Castillo, so I'm sure that kind of went into Kotze's mind as well. Jacob Wilson, batting ninth, same as last night, 1 for 3 last night. You could easily make the argument that Jacob Wilson should have easily gone at least 2 for 3. Hit an absolute bullet the first time up and had an absolute bullet the second time he got robbed. Good at that. The third time up could have easily gone 2 for 3. For the Mariners, same as yesterday. Victor Robles playing right field. He went 0 for 3 yesterday. He had the key sacrifice fly in the 7th. That tied the game at 1. He's a speedster, man. Got to keep him off the bases. Julio Rodriguez, center field. 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk and a K. Cal Raleigh, DHing, not catching tonight. Went 0 for 3, a base on balls and a K. It's what he did in that at bat, where he struck out, that was critical. Randy Rosarena, left field, 1 for 3. We all know what that hit was, right? Mitch Garver at catcher. First game. He didn't play last night. He had a good spring. 12 of 36, 2 doubles, 3 homers. Struck out 10 times, batted .333. Jorge Polanco. I didn't talk about Jorge Polanco enough last night. He's playing third base. He's batting 6th. Jorge Polanco went 3 for 3 last night with the game-winning 2-run homer in the 8th as well. Polanco had a monster night. And Polanco's no secret either. I mean, he was an all-star with the Twins for a number of years. The Mariners re-signed him this offseason. Polanco's a stud, man. Polanco is really, really good, and he showed us exactly how good he was last night. Again, 3 for 3, 2 RBIs, home run scored. He was tough. He made a hell of a play against Wilson as well. There's no question. It's either, if you're going to go player of the game last night, I mean, I'm either going with Logan Gilbert or Polanco. Probably give the edge to Polanco, even though how dominant Gilbert was. Donovan Solano, first base, didn't play last night. 11 for 35 in the spring with 2 doubles and a homer. Doesn't K, good, bat to ball type of guy. Dylan Moore, second base, had a rough spring, 5 of 44. JP Crawford, same as last night, 1 of 2, base on ball. K, he had the game-tying run in the 7th when Robles hit a sac fly to center that tied the game up. Pitching matchups, Luis Castillo. Castillo's a beast, man. He is no joke. He's a veteran, 32 years old. When you think of Luis Castillo, very, very, very similar to trying to think, make sure my audio is okay here. There it is. And the audio will be better. I think this is better if you guys are tuning in as far as the sound. Luis Castillo, when you're thinking of Luis Castillo, think of Severino. Throws a lot of fastballs. 45% of the time, he's going to throw a 4-seam fastball, and he gets it up there in the high 90s, right? Slider, 22% of the time he's going to throw a slider. It's a hard slider. It's a strike you out type of slider. Has a sinker, changeup. He was 5th in Cy Young voting in 2023. He was an all-star in Cincinnati in 2019 and 2022. He's one of the best pitchers in all of the American League. There's no question about it. Last year, 11-12, 3.64 ERA, 175 innings, 175 strikeouts, and they consider that an off year for Castillo. Castillo's a beast, just a beast. This spring, he had an okay spring, 18 innings pitched, 20 hits, gave up 6 runs, 11 Ks, walked 5. hitters did hit 290 off him, so they were getting good contact of him. 3 ERA. He's no Logan Gilbert, but spring training, who knows? Logan Gilbert had a 6 ERA in spring training. We saw what he did last night, so we never know. The A's have had better success off Castillo than they did off Gilbert last night. Lawrence Butler, 1 of 5 with a home run. Rooker, 2 of 12, 5 strikeouts. Blade, 3 of 10, 1 home run, 2 Ks. Langoliers, 5 of 16, 2 doubles, triple, 8 strikeouts. Soderstrom, 0 of 2 with a K. Seth Brown, 5 of 15 with a double and a home run. He struck out 8 times. Max Muncy obviously hasn't faced him, and Jacob Wilson, 0 of 2, hasn't seen much of Luis Castillo. Jeffrey Springs. What are we going to get out of Jeffrey Springs? I mean, no one knows. That's the big secret, right? That's the big question mark for tonight. You got to remember, in 2022, Jeffrey Springs was one of the best left-handers in the American League with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. He pitched to a record of 9-5. He had a 2.46 ERA, 135 innings, 144 strikeouts. But for the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024 combined, he's pitched a total of 49 innings, struck out 61. So literally, this is going to be what feels like his first start or back to normality in a little over 3 years. He had a rough spring training too. I mean, 18 1/3, 25 hits, 9 runs, 8 walks. He did strike out 20. Opponent's batting average, 321, ERA 4.42. That ERA should have been higher too. He had one play where they scored an error and could have easily been a hit. That ERA should be in the 7s, 8s. Here's the thing with when you're thinking of Jeffrey Springs, a lot of you haven't seen him pitch. Think of Logan Webb. Think of Logan Webb when you are when you're thinking of Jeffrey Springs, a left-handed Logan Webb, right? He wants to set you up. He's going to throw fastball as a setup pitch. He uses a 4-seamer 42% of the time, and his strikeout pitch is going to be his changeup, right? Pitches his changeup at 33% of the time. Now, here's the key with Springs, and here is why it's such a big question around him. Guys like Springs, guys like Logan Webb, they got to be throwing that fastball at 94, 95. Because their go-to pitch, the pitch that puts the money in their pockets, that changeup. And if you're throwing that fastball at 90, 91, the changeup's really not going to fool you. So keep an eye on Springs tonight. If he's throwing his fastball at let's say 93, 94, we got a real good shot. He's going to be tough to beat. But if he's throwing his fastball like 90, 91, that changeup isn't very effective either. He has a slider he uses as well against left-handers going away. And he has a sweeper he uses rarely, 3.2% of the time. The Mariners have not faced him in that whole starting lineup of theirs. They faced 16 at bats, 4 of 16 in that whole starting lineup. Yeah, that's a good comment here, man. I wish, you know who the other guy flea market that I wish they kept, that I didn't understand why they got rid of, was Scott Alexander. I mean, Adams, I don't even think signed with the team yet. And Adams hasn't signed with the team. And Alexander, I don't know either, but if he did, he was on the cheap. Alexander was our left-hander in the bullpen he was a high leverage type of guy. He had an ERA in the twos. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why we didn't re-sign him, because he was not going to cost a lot. Sure would have loved him in the 8th yesterday, right? I do want to get back to that. Adams is in the Boston Miners. Okay. I liked Adams too, though. He had that little attitude. He had a little explosion. He had a lot of character about himself, right? I liked Adams. I thought he was cool. One thing I do want to revisit a little bit is Leclerc, right? Last night in the 8th. I know. Why are you revisiting it? All that good stuff. Because I took a second look at it, and yes, Leclerc got rocked. Yes, I'm pissed at the 0-2 slider he threw to Rosarena, but you also got to give a lot of credit to the Mariners hitters. Cal Raleigh, first batter he faced, took him to 11 pitches before Leclerc struck him out. Rosarena, we're not even going to talk about. Rosarena, he went foul ball, strike, foul ball, bomb, slider right over the plate. 79 mph slider right over the plate. Which I don't get. Anyway, Luke Raley was the next guy up. Luke Raley took him to 7 pitches before he earned a walk. And then when Polanco hit the 2-run bomb, it was a 6-pitch at bat. So yeah, painful. I get it, but a lot of credit has to go to the Mariners and how they just kind of grinded at bats yesterday. What seemed just to be nutty. Yeah, no, real tough loss. And I think we're going to bounce back tonight, Flea. I think we're going to bounce back tonight. The A's have bounced back a lot during their time. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't with what happened. Like I said, the key to everything is Jeffrey Springs. Is Jeffrey Springs going to show us something? Is Jeffrey Springs going to be that guy we signed? Is he the guy from 2022, or is he the guy from the spring training? And that's what we got to wait and see on. The good news about yesterday is everybody in our division, with the exception of the Astros, lost. The Rangers got beat by the Red Sox 5-2. And are currently tied with them 0s right now early in the game. The Angels lost to the White Sox. The Astros nipped the Mets. And and that was it. And we lost to the Mariners. So all in all, not too bad. With regard to some scores tonight, Blue Jays beating the Orioles 5-2. Red Sox, Rangers 0. Pirates up 4-1 against the Marlins. Mets beating the Astros. Good news. 3-0. Top of 3. Gotta love that. Let's see if anyone did anything for the Mets, huh? Vientos with a bomb. That guy's just, excuse me, Juan Soto with the solo home run. I apologize. Juan Soto, solo bomb in the 3rd. It's always good to keep an eye on the division rivals, see what they're doing. The key to tonight, like I said, the whole key to tonight is Jeffrey Springs. What Jeffrey Springs are we going to get tonight? It's going to be a big one. First pitch is at 6:40. I'll be coming back with a post-game show. Seems like we had a little bit of fun on there last night. Painful loss, but it's a key one tonight, guys. The whole goal, like I said, let's get 2 of 4. Let's get 2 of 4 tonight. Have our home opener on Monday against the Cubs. But like I said, 2 of 4 is the goal. Yesterday's done. That's the greatest thing about baseball is we get a chance to come back the next day. I'll be hosting a post-game show. Hope to see you guys there. Just wanted to hop on and say, hey, let's go get them, guys. I'm pretty psyched up for tonight.